Hi everyone, Linda here. I am joining Roxyfur's Card-Spiration challenge week number 5, and I found a card that I think I'm gonna like in a card a day. I bought this and never did the card a day, but there's lots of cards in here that are pretty nice. Sometimes I have a hard time finding a card, and then after I make it I really like it. So I'm gonna make this card here. It's a sympathy card, and I don't have, it's just a good idea to have extra sympathy cards on hand. So what I'm going to do, or I've already done this video once and it didn't work out. So I don't know why it won't upload. Anyway, my computer said that there was some kind of error on it. Okay, so what I've done is, I'm not going to worry about this because the bow's going to go over it. Let's see, this is So Saffron, and I cut this 4 1/4 by 11. This is some very vanilla, and I think this is 4 by 3 3/4, and then this is 4 1/4 by no, this must be, let me see, yeah, it's 2 3/4 by 4, and so this one is 3 by I can't remember, 3 by 4 1/4. Though I should remember that. Okay, so then what I've done is I've taken the very vanilla, and this is a Stampin' Up stamp, and I've colored over the stamp with just some old markers. I was going to use my Copic markers, but they're upstairs and I don't feel like running up and getting them. And I really need to use these things up because I have them. So that was a Fiskars one. This one is a Stampin' Up one, and I'm just going over the leaves with this. And this is a Close to My Heart one called Sunflower. These are all from when I first started scrapbooking and I really did start scrapbooking. I have 2 card magazines, or 2 card books, and a ton of scrapbooks, and I can't remember the last time I scrapbooked. It's like once I started making cards I couldn't go back. Okay, so I'm just going to put that like that. And I put a little mat behind it because it wasn't working really good without it. So I have that stamped, and then I saw this really neat idea online that I just keep checking to make sure the recordings, that you take your ribbon and you wrap it around a block like this, and then you tie the bow. Alright, so I'm just going to set that aside till I'm all ready. Then I'm going to layer this on this chocolate chip on the shoulder. Like this. And then I have some green. I'm going to use a Stampin' Up punch to do this little border here. I'm going to cut that because I'm going to use it again. Well, maybe I'll just do both sides, and then I can cut it down the middle, because I'm going to make several of these cards, because like I said, it's not the card you want to make when you have to make it. I'm just going to cut that down the middle, because all I need is the border part of it. Stick that over here. First I'm going to stamp the sentiment on here, and I've got to clean my block off. And on the sentiment I'm using just the top part of this, thinking of you. This is from the same. Get this one straighter. Could use my stamp-a-majig, but that would mean getting out more stuff. Okay, that's pretty good. It's kind of inky, but that's all right. Okay, so now I'm going to put this piece on here. I think the hardest part about doing this videos is to keep thinking about what you're doing. Roxy does such a good job. She tells such good stories and gets going on her work. She's amazing. Okay, so this bow is going to go like this up here. It looks kind of wild right now, but I'm going to fold it when I put it on. So I'm just going to fold this in half like this, because I didn't have the right, I don't have any brown satin ribbon. Can you believe that? I have tons of ribbon, and the only brown I have is this silk ribbon. So silk ribbon it's going to be. Oh boy, it's really flying all over the place here. I think I'll be able to fix that. Let me trim this so it's not so lumpy bumpy back there. Alright, so I want these guys, I think I have it the wrong way, these guys over here, like this. And, well, I'm going to wait till I put it on the card before I trim it. So here's my base card, and I'm going to fold that in half, and I think I'm going to use my score pal. And of course I have too much stuff on my desk right now. Whoops. That's not where I'm supposed to score it. See what I mean? I can't talk and work. Okay, so 5 1/2. 11. I'm so used to doing 4 1/4 that I just did 4 1/4. That might become a different kind of card. Alright, so then this is going to go in here, but then I need to take they have some green stitched with some brown, and I don't know if I want to add another color of green on there. I don't like this green. To get a different one. Okay, so I figured out what was wrong with my camera. It was my computer. I forget that I have to go in and delete some of the video because I just get too much. So I've been making other ones, and I cut that stamp apart and I used ink on this one, and I like the way it's detailed. And I got a smaller bow out. And I didn't say in that video, I think it might have been Roxy. Was it you, Roxy, that showed how to do that bow where you tie it around a block? Alright, so then I took and stitched this. I'm not really sure about the stitching, why that's even on there, but I'm leaving it on there because that's the way it is, and mine doesn't quite look like the card, but my stitching looks like that card, but most of the time, but when I want it to look like that, it doesn't. So I'm just going to stick this on here like this, and then I'm going to put this on here. Oops, it's got to come down here like this. So that is the way my card's going to look, and I have another one to put together here, and then I'll show you how I did the inside. I need to take my sewing machine, and the stitches in the back, the tension stitches, are all goofy. I probably could have come down a little bit more. Maybe that's what I needed to do. Then what I'm going to do for the lining is, I had it made. I've taken a piece of copy paper and just cut it. It's 4 by 11, and then I just fold it in half, and I'm going to use the same punch that I used here and do the lining. I don't know why, I just really like lining cards. I just kind of feel like they look more finished off, and you know, when you open this and you just write on this, I don't know, just add another layer, I guess. I really like the way this looks better because of this one I used the pen, and this one I used the ink pad. So what I've done is I cut the two apart. Put the liner in. And put this in here like this. Like that. Like that. Please know I care. So that's the lining, there's the card, and let's see where the other ones. I have 4 of them done now in the time that it took me to get the camera all situated and everything. So here's ones with the big bows, and here's ones with little bows. And I still need to put the lining in this one. And here is the original. Oh, and I didn't say who the original is by. The original is by Dawn McVey. So that's, and it's Card of the Day magazine, a Card a Day magazine, and this is page 110. Okay, thanks for watching, and thank you, Roxy, for the great challenge. This is really good because I look at this magazine and I think, and then I try to come up with my own ideas, and it's fun to follow these ideas. So thank you very much for the challenge, and everybody else that's participating. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.